Hello, I'm John Griffin from Advanced Concept Energy Solution, or ACES for short. We're leaders in commercial building energy conservation. Like many of you, I'm a businessman with a background in building management. For the past 50 years, I've been responsible for building operations, leasing, and reporting to the real estate owner. Whether it's managing one property or many, the best decisions are those that deliver performance, value, and profitability. More than 300 commercial buildings in New York City rely on perimeter air induction systems for 50% of their heating and cooling. Designed half a century ago, these systems have never been substantially updated. They cannot meet today's demands for greater energy efficiency, reduced consumption, and lower carbon emissions. Today I'll introduce you to the latest in heating and cooling technology, our new induction air valves. They sit securely in your existing perimeter induction units and convert constant air volume to VAV. The results are everything you're looking for: outstanding energy efficiency, significant cost savings, an answer to the carbon footprint compliancy, and even an energy savings rebate. IAV valves solve two problems. First, they convert constant air volume to variable air volume. And second, they reduce after-hours heating and air conditioning by 70%. Converting constant air to variable air volume is key to reducing fan horsepower and the amount of outside air needed for heating and cooling. In tests at 6 prominent New York City buildings, IAV valves reduced airflow an impressive 65% for winter heating and 25% for summer cooling. The 67% cut in kilowatt hours produced an annual energy savings averaging $540,000 plus eligibility for a $242,000 energy savings rebate. ACES is the only manufacturer of induction air valves that sit securely in existing induction unit inlets and regulate the airflow based on space conditioning requirements, or VAV mode. When inserted into the induction units, the 7-inch valves only take up 4 inches of linear space, ideal for tight conditions. Costly, time-consuming, and disruptive unit configuration is not required. Each IAV takes as little as 10 minutes to install, and installation can be done after business hours. We offer 2 models to accommodate all buildings: pneumatic to connect to older thermostats, and electronic to connect to both new and some later model thermostats. Each IAV can have a control box that sends critical data from thermostats, including local temperature, set point, percent of valve closure, and more. The IAV responds using dampers with multiple edge points that break up the full airstream into mini airstreams. Less air volume and a sound-absorbing core material substantially reduce fan horsepower and the noise from the induction unit. This means for tenants is barely audible operation, no more rumbling and disruptive hissing noises. Tenants will not be disrupted by installation either, since it can occur after hours. Even heating and cooling. New high-tech thermostats better control office temperatures. In fact, tenants will enjoy a constant temperature to 1/10 of 1 degree. Tenants and leasing professionals will also appreciate forward-thinking management's efforts to provide healthy workspaces for their clients, customers, and employees. IAVs enable owners and operators to avoid expensive replacement costs and lengthy tenant disruption. The cost savings are impressive. Large buildings save more than $500,000 in annual energy cost. Owners qualify for a generous energy savings rebate in the first year. The cost of energy equipment installation can be passed on to tenants as an energy savings capital improvement. The outlay investment can be recouped in 3 years, and for some, in just 1 year. Large building owners also avoid the impending carbon footprint fine of approximately $230,000 per year. As we've mentioned, installing IAVs reduce your after-hour heating and cooling by 70%. Let me give you an example of what that means to a typical owner. If you have a 5-floor legal or accounting firm coming to your building, they represent $87 million over the 10-year lease of income to that building. When that tenant walks out because you've quoted overtime AC at $800 to $1,000 an hour, it's devastating to the building. As a practical example, this actually happened in a prominent 3rd Avenue building where a 10-floor tenant left and went across the street to a building that installed IAVs for the entire building. That is a wonderful example of how you can improve your overtime AC cost. I've shown you how the IAVs work in your existing building infrastructure, and I've outlined the benefits for owner, operators, and tenants. Next, let me show you how the cash outlay can be recouped in under 3 years. Let's look at the typical cost and payback for a 1.3 million square foot building in New York City requiring 1,000 IAVs and 350 digital controllers. The estimated cost for the equipment and installation is $790,000. ConEdison will issue a $242,601 HVAC energy efficient rebate, making the actual installation cost $547,399. Next, let's look at the annual out-of-pocket savings for this building. Kilowatt savings total $177,907. Winter steam savings are $341,491. Summer cooling savings are $22,205. Annual energy savings add up to $541,603, less than $6,000 shy of the installation cost. Finally, here's the payback. With energy savings and the rebate, it will take just 1 year to recoup this installation cost. If you pass on the cost to the tenants, the payback will happen even faster. Looking ahead, when Local Law 97 goes into effect in 2024, your building could already be in compliance, saving $161,575 a year. Over 5 years, this carbon fine avoidance adds up to $807,875. If not attended to by 2030, the fine jumps to over $1 million per year. Increasingly, tenants are demanding healthy workplaces for their employees, customers, and clients. Starting this year, a building energy efficiency grade will be posted prominently at the entrance per Local Law 95. Many of New York's leading owners are installing IAVs to improve air induction system performance ahead of these enforcements. We've concentrated on New York City because of the huge ConEdison rebate, but there are induction unit buildings all throughout the United States that could use this technology and reduce their operating costs substantially, give the tenants more precise control of the environment, and reduce over time air conditioning costs by 70%. Please contact ACES to learn how our energy conservation systems can benefit your properties.